Hello friends, welcome all into the present lecture. Today we are going to discuss about the general properties of viruses. So let's we start from the term virus. The term virus is derived from the Latin word Latin, which means poison or venom. Virus it is an in Latin it is known as a poison or venom. In 1886, Adolf Meyer observed the virus in tobacco plant, and the virus were that is a TMV. It is firstly detected virus, that is a tobacco mosaic virus, or it is commonly termed as a TMV. It is observed into the tobacco plants. So the virus is the ultramicroscopic infectious agent that are metabolically inert and which multiply only within the living cells or host. So viruses are basically ultramicroscopic. They are unable to seen by the naked eyes. These are the smaller than the bacterial cells also. These are infectious, but these are considered as a non-living one because these are these are metabolically inert or metabolically inactive without its host. It has required the specific host for their multiplication. Either they are animal virus, plant virus, or bacterial virus. Each and every virus or virus particles, they have to require the specific host for their growth and multiplication. So the the as per the specific types of the study, the general characteristics of viruses are metabolically inert. Virus itself, it is a metabolically inert. It have or it always required the specific type of host. Viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. The specific viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. Obligate, they have to must, but they have must the specific host. Intracellular parasites, in the sense they are the specific parasites. These are depends on the other cell, depends on the host for their metabolic activities or metabolic or most of this it is for multiplication. Viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. The specific types of the viruses are why intracellular parasites, because the specific virus, they have lacked the specific enzymes required for their metabolic activities. So because of this, the specific types of the viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. They have to use the specific or different types of the enzymes required for their metabolic reactions are utilized from their host. Viruses can't make energy or proteins independent of a host cell. Viruses independently can't make a energy or proteins. They are unable to make a energy or as well as proteins without the host cell. So for this property, they have to require the specific host. Viruses multiply inside the living cell using host cell machinery. They will be multiplied inside this cell, and at the end of multiplication, they will be lyse the host cell, and they will be live from the specific infectious host, and they will be infect to the new uninfectious non-infectious host, non-infected host. So virus as a living thing. Virus occurs in a different strains. They have the number of strains. Virus have their own genetic material. Virus, they only use the machinery of host cell. They have the own genetic material. Either it is a DNA or RNA. Virus can undergo mutation. Virus, they have the specific types of the mutations. So mutation, there is a sudden change in the genetic material. So well-known example of the mutated virus, that is a COVID-19. It is a initially it is a same type of the SARS, same type of the virus like a SARS and MARS, but COVID-19, it is a different virus rather than the SARS and MARS because they have the mutated virus. They get destroyed by the ultraviolet rays. They will be destroyed by UV radiations. When we are the specific types of the viruses, they will be exposed to the ultraviolet radiations. At that time, they will be lies. They will be lies. So why the viruses are non-living things? Because the different types of the properties, they will be obey the non-living property of virus. They lack the cellular structure. The specific viruses, they have the no any specific cellular structure. Also, they do not respire because they do not respire because the specific types of the respiratory organs or respiratory cell organelles are absent in case of the viruses. They do not move or grow. They are unable to grow and also unable to move. So some types of the viruses like a bacteriophage, they will be move with the help of the specific tail fibers, but they will be move only on the surface of bacterial cell. They will be move only on the surface of bacterial cell. They can be crystallized and stored in the bottles like chemicals. They can be crystallized. It is easy to crystallize because it is basically made up of nucleic acids and proteins. So because of this, it can be crystallized and stored in the bottles like chemicals. They lack enzyme system and do not have a metabolic activity of their own. There the specific the main the main deficiency, it is a deficiency of virus is that it lack the enzyme system. So the enzyme, what is the role of enzyme? The enzymes are biology, these are the catalyst, or it is also known as a biocatalyst. They will be enhances the rate of reaction without affecting itself, and without a specific enzyme, any reaction in case of the uh, specific biological system, they will be unable to carry out without an enzyme. So because of this, the enzyme system is lacks in case of the viruses. So because of this, it is a metabolically inactive. So why the viruses are known as the non-living things? Because they lack a cellular structure, first one. Then they do not respire because no any respiratory specific machinery or respiratory organ. They do not move or grow. They are unable to move from the one place to another place, or unable to grow without host. They can be crystallized and stored in the bottles like a chemical. It may be if you have to want to store it into the bottles, it is possible. Then they lack enzyme system and do not have a metabolic activity of their own. The lack enzyme system will be there is no any specific enzyme system is present in specific viruses. So because of this, it is metabolically inactive. So because of these properties, viruses are considered as a non-living thing. Then habitat. Viruses are not able to survive without a host cell. Viruses are not able to survive without host. For the survival of viruses, they have to require the specific host cell. So active viruses resides inside the host body. The number of active viruses are present in a host, but unable to survive without the host. They are present either in a bacterial cell, animal cell, or plant cell. There are three different types of the viruses that are present in either bacterial, animal, or plant cell. Examples like herpes virus, TMV, tobacco mosaic virus, bacterial. Herpes virus, it is an animal virus. TMV, it is an plant virus. Bacteriophage, it is an bacterial virus. Bacteriophage, it is a bacterial virus. So the specific virus, it is unable to survive without the host. They will be present either on the bacterial, animal, or plant cell. So the herpes, TMV, and bacteriophages, these are the examples of animal, plant, and bacterial virus respectively. So let's just discuss about the size of viruses. Size of viruses. Viruses are much smaller than the bacteria. Viruses are the much smaller than the bacteria. Viral size ranges from the 20 nanometer to 1400 nanometer. Virus size is ranges from 20 nanometer to 400 sorry 1400 nanometer. So poliovirus, it is an virus, or it is a human or animal virus that is a size of 30 nanometer. Poliovirus, it is a size of 30 nanometer. The giant virus are up to 800 nanometer. So the highest or the largest virus, that is a pox virus. It is a larger than the smallest bacteria, that is a mycoplasma. So these are the different viruses and their size. So adenovirus, it is a 90 nanometer. Bacteriophage, it is a 225 nanometer. It is a height or size of the bacteriophage T4 phage. Rhinovirus, 30 nanometer. The bacteriophage M13, that is a 800 by 10 nanometer, or it is an average size of 800 nanometer. The rabies virus, 170 nanometer. Chlamydia elementary body, that is a 300 nanometer. Viroids, 300 viroid, it is a viroid, these are the single stranded RNA. It is not a complete virus, it is an incomplete or primitive virus, that is a 300 nanometer. TMV, that is a 250 nanometer. Bacteriophage, that is a 24 nanometer, that is a T2 and MS2. Poliovirus, 30 nanometer. Prions, These are the infectious proteins. These are the 200 nanometer. Vaccinia virus 300 by 200 or average side, that is a 300 nanometer. Ebola virus 970 nanometer. So the specific types of the human viruses, most of the times comparatively the bacteriophage or the bacterial virus, plant virus and animal virus, these are the all of these are ranges from 20 nanometer to 1400 nanometers, and it is a comparative study. It is an size or it is an structure of E. coli or Escherichia coli. It is a bacterium or it is a well-known bacterium. They have the size of 3000 nanometer. Rather than this, all of the viruses are ranges from the 20 nanometer to 1400 nanometer. So the different shapes of the viruses. Viruses. They have the different shape. The specific, they are the rod shaped, bullet shaped, filamentous, icosahedral, or tadpole shaped. There are the different types of the symmetries or different shapes of the viruses. Each and every virus, they have the specific types of the symmetry. It is a measles virus, it is a bacteriophage, it is a tobacco mosaic, that is a rod-like structure, herpes virus, that is a rabies virus. Different types of the virus or each and every virus, they have the specific type of symmetry. So the viral structure is that virus consists the nucleic acids and protein. Viruses are made up of nucleic acids and proteins. The genome or the nucleic acid is covered by the protein coat called as a capsid. Capsid, it is a made up of capsomers, or capsomers are made up of proteins. Capsomers are basically proteins, but these are the viral proteins. Some viruses, they have the envelope, or it is an extra protecting layer of the viruses. That is a envelope outside the capsid, and it is a gifted by the host. Basically, envelope, it is made up of the host. Most of the in case of the all viruses, envelope, it is a gifted from the host cell. Most of the times it is a present in case of the human or animal viruses. Envelope, it is an extra protecting layer of the viruses. It is made up of the lipid bilayer, lipoproteinase nature. So it is an extra protecting. Basically, the capsid, it is a protecting layer, or it is a specific types of the proteins are synthesized by the virus itself. But envelope, they are made up of lipoproteins, lipids and protein. But this is not synthesized by the viruses. These are gifted or these will be given because of the host cell. Capsid without the envelope, it is called as a naked virus. The virus without envelope, these are known as a naked virus. So it is a structure of virus. The specific types of the virus, they have, it is a viral core, it is an capsid, it is an icosahedral symmetry, and around this a specific envelope. So the viral core that consists it is either genetic material, that is a DNA or RNA. Then this specific type of the genetic material, it is protected by the specific capsomers, and these are the capsomers are commonly known as a capsid. It is a viral protein, and besides that, the surrounding to the capsid, that is an extra protecting layer, that is a envelope. And envelope, the origin of envelope, it is of host cell. It is not synthesized by virus itself. It will be gifted by the host. So envelope, when the specific types of the envelope are present around the virus, it is known as enveloped virus. And the specific types of the viruses, these are the without envelope. These are considered or known as a naked virus. Naked virus, they have the only nucleic acids and proteins, or these proteins are known as a capsomers, and the specific structure are made up from the capsomer. It is known as a capsid. So the viral core that consists either single stranded DNA, single stranded RNA, double stranded DNA, or double stranded RNA. Then it is present in a viral core. And the specific types of the structure present surrounding this genetic material, it is considered or it is known as a capsid. So this capsid, they are also surrounding to the capsid, there is a specific envelope, and this envelope, it is of host origin. It is about the structure of viruses. So it is about the general properties of viruses. So remaining properties or remaining characteristics of viruses, let's discuss into the next lecture.